So in today's video, you're for a treat because I'm going to give you the exact lessons that I've learned from years of experience working under 7 and 8-figure entrepreneurs and how they manage their teams, how they manage their sales cycles, and the key lessons that I've learned to going from a salesman to actually having my own business and scaling it to 70K a month and generate hundreds of dollars for my clients, and also on top of that, generate millions of views. Sit back and I'm going to give you each and every advice that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. So let's get into it. So the first lesson is,
you just start. There's no process. You just start. It takes a long time to learn, but really the only way to get there is just start. It's like anything else. You want to learn how to play basketball, you pick up the ball. You want to be a filmmaker, you just pick up whatever camera you have, probably your phone, and just start.
guys, never hire without doing the thing. You have to understand, if you're not doing every single part of your business, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard to do sales, marketing, fulfillment, all the parts of your business when you're starting out and you want to hire people, but you're never actually going to learn the key tips and how to actually even hire good quality people, good quality talent. How are you going to tell someone to do something if you haven't done it even a little bit yourself? Or how are you going to tell them to fix a problem which you haven't faced yourself? Ask their instincts and think about this question. This was said to me by someone who is, I'm not going to name names in this video, but someone who's super, super crucial. And they basically told me that, hey, if you want to run your business, if you want to run your mouth to your employees, to your team members, they need to respect you. And they need to talk about how you have been able to solve problems before you tell them, hey, this is not doable, or hey, this is not possible. You have to do it yourself, okay? So if you haven't been in the shoes, you can't tell them how to use them or wear them, whether it's editing, whether it's appointment setting, whether it's outreach. You have to sit there and do it yourself. Lesson number 2 is you have to break problems down. Every problem is simple. If you can break them down to more simple components, whether it's, going to Mars or doing your IG reel story, it's all simple. Rather than what most people do, guys, is that they copy someone. Okay, this is how you fix your setting. I'm just going to copy this guy and he's going to give me the result. That's the most dumbest way you can ever think of solving a problem. Let's look at Elon, right? Let's say he's a massive example. I took this from SpaceX website and I can understand what they're trying to do. Like, okay, satellite station, Earth orbit, moon, Mars. Like, everybody understands the stuff. They read this in school. And let me go down. This is where the complexity and the actual, the genius of Elon comes in, is that you have to find what materials or what roadblocks or what the problem actually consists of. When you're doing math, and the reason why most people suck at it is because they don't really understand what the problem is made of. They don't remember the formulas that they've used in the past, and now they're trying to copy solutions from here and there, which is wrong. So let's look at this, guys. You have a launch, you have an ascent, you have this, and this is so simple to understand. Like, you think, oh, this is easy. You look at this and it's like easy, but it's rocket science, and I'm not that smart, okay? But you have to really take this lesson at home, because if you are not solving the root causes of your problems, you're just putting band-aids in your business and you are going to bleed all the time.
Elon understands that showmanship is salesmanship. So they would bring people into the Zip2 office. It says they bought a big frame for a computer rack and put one of their small computers inside so that visitors would think they had a giant server. Every time investors would come in, we showed them that tower. It made them think we were doing hardcore stuff.
Everything is sales, guys. It doesn't matter if you're talking to your teammates. It doesn't matter if you are trying to sell to a customer. It doesn't matter if you're making a YouTube video or an IG reel. You have to put a sell on everything you're doing. Even in your life, you have to put a sell. Why do people remember these pictures, guys? The reason why I'm using Elon is because he's a master at this. Cybertruck's mirrors broke down and people are still buying it because Elon was able to make it into an event, into a moment, and now they're able to do it. They had a fault, they fixed it, and people are now liking it. They're buying Cybertrucks because it's so fun, whatever the case is. Why? It's because he's able to put a sell on all these things. You have to sell your vision, not only to yourself, but the public, your team. Where are you trying to take this company? What are you trying to do? What is the goal that we're actually accomplishing? The reason why everybody at SpaceX is super cracked is because of the fact that they're saving Earth. They feel that they want to be like, okay, I'm not going to sleep and I'm not going to do this because I have to save Earth. And I'm not saying your mission has to be that big or that, important in a sense of, but you have to convey the same factors to your team and the people that are in-house and in your vicinity, that they understand that the people that are buying from you, they need to understand that, hey, I'm here with a person who's trying to make a change, and he's just not someone who's just sitting there trying to make some money. He has an actual vision that is respectable and enough to stand upon and fight for. So it does not matter marketing, team, sales. It's all is putting down a sale.
Focus is super underrated. You can do 10 things the first degree, and that's how well you'll do all 10 things. Or you can do one thing to the 10th degree, and look how much better you do that.
Just focus on one. What you have to understand, guys, is that it doesn't matter how good are you. It doesn't matter if you know all the parts of your business. I literally told you to do that, but now we're getting up. This is where you scale from just a measly 10K a month or 20K a month to actually making 6 figures consistently, which is focusing and mastering on one skill, because you can do it all. I'm not saying that you're dumb. I'm not saying that you are not good at your skills. You can do it all, but you shouldn't. My biggest problem is, and a lot of the clients that I even talk with, is that they suck at doing the dirty part. Like scaling to 30K to 50K is harder than doing 10 to 20 or 50 to 100. And why? It's because it's middle. You're kind of comfortable. You do want to do new things. It's kind of getting boring. But this is where the 1% rule comes in. And every single time you're putting down that number, you're reaching to 100, guys. It's eventually, when all these one add up to a degree, if you let me just 100x's, right? It's going to lead to 100x. And that's when you see people like all these massive people pop up out of nowhere. That's not nowhere. They're just focusing on fewer things with higher capacity, higher thinking. They're seeing things that you're not able to see because they're focused on that stuff. It's pretty simple. If I sit down and look at a wall for an hour, I can pick out the mistakes, the texture where it's wrong. I can do all of that. You can't do that if you look at it for 10 minutes. I have more data on it because I'm doing it. And I'm doing it less with more focus. That's all I care about. That's why you have to focus on a singular task. This took me almost like a year to learn, guys. It's like these lessons that I'm giving you are priceless because they're saving you time, money, and they're going to actually help you to scale as you go along. That's super, super important. Just focus on one and not multiple so you actually know what's happening in your business.
Steve Jobs was the greatest business storyteller of our time. He well knows and wisely exploits the traditional role of the storyteller, often using a story-like context instead of abstract statements of theory. He regales his audience with his humorous anecdotes and poignant tales rather than with a blizzard of facts and figures.
Storytelling is king. Tell about your product feature for the 100th time and they'll forget. Tell them a story and they'll pass it down to their children. A lot of people buy Apple because their parents haven't bought an Apple. You buy Apple because you know about Steve, the entire keynotes that he have, a lot of stuff. Guys, I bought this some product that I have. The packaging in of itself has a story. It bleeds into every single part of your business. A package, a thing that is just like a package, nothing else. You're just opening up stuff. That has a story. That has a level of detail that no one else has. Why? Is because Steve Jobs didn't only did this for himself or people or anywhere. He did this with his entire business with Apple. Apple is just making phones and making computers. It's not even that high tech. Elon is saving the earth. You can make that, okay, I can't do that. Okay, I'm not Elon Musk. I can't save the earth. I don't have a bigger mission. But you can learn from Steve that if you are not telling a story and people are not believing in you, you're just gone. People want to believe in you. They want your product to create their story. I felt good when I opened that up. I feel good when I buy a new Apple phone or I get a new Nike. When people buy this stuff, imagine you, right? When you bought your first sneakers as a kid, maybe you bought a Jordan, Off-White, whatever it was. It gives you that sense of happiness from it, even though it's just a shoe. And why is that? It's because there's a story behind that. When you put on the Jordans, you feel like Michael. You want to be like Michael. Why? Because Nike has sold a story to you and not just a shoe. So if you're not doing this, guys, you're just gonna suck against the people who are gonna do it. I'm just being completely honest with you. And this was told to me by someone who's really high. Probably some of you guys even know it. But I have used stories to tell you all these lessons of using different peoples for a reason. There's a reason why Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Casey Neistat, all these people have been used inside of this video. Why? It's because you will remember all these people for the same reason. But this is the last part, and you have to tie this in.
Things that are free spread, and things that spread win. And that line is what made me decide to start uploading to YouTube.
Free will get you paid. So guys, this is a little bit of a complex lesson, but I want you to stick with it. You are not your business. You're not your customers. You're not your money you make. You're basically not a part of your business. Your clients are. The people that are paying you are. These views, when you look at them as numbers, it's pretty average, to be honest. But if you look at them as a singular person, And let's say this, right? Let's say this. These 5,000 people, let's look at them as just people visiting your home. Imagine 5,000 people in the span of 60 days visited your home. How would you feel? You'll feel like, what the hell? And this is how you have to feel about your business. Every single page, every single stuff that you have, guys, it needs to represent you and what you're trying to do. The clients that are paying you, the people that are in there watching your videos, you need to treat them. I'm not making these videos for myself. This was like my third or fourth take doing this. I want it to be as easy as good for you guys, because I know free things spread, rather than me trying to, be like, oh, let me just care about me so much and not give out anything. Let me just do some outreach. Let me just do this, not thinking in the bigger picture that if I have a bigger net, if I give more and more to the people, it's going to come back. It always comes back because you trust me now. And that's the key. It's not making it about you. You don't exist in your business. The customers and the clients and the things about your business, you have to think about yourself outside the business, if I'm going to be honest, right? It does not matter. Every video, every offer, every product launch is for the people. It's not for you. Think about them when you're doing this stuff and not just yourself and, oh, I'm going to make so much money if I do this VSL. No. How can I convince the people in the VSL that they actually believe in my service and my product and I'm actually helping you guys? Business is simple. It's simple. Not that hard. You just have to help people. And that's the hardest part. You have to help people in a way that they want to be helped with, and that's it. And they pay you for a reason. Nobody's going to pay you for no reason. Oh, I'm going to pay this guy because he's so bad, or he doesn't give me anything. Oh, he's so good looking, so I'm going to give him some money. You might do it. Maybe, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make here is that you have to provide value to a degree that no one else is doing it, and you have to care about your customers and clients more than enough. Now, this is where the video ends, but let me tell you this. We have a bonus lesson, and it's right there, a little bonus lesson. Shh, don't tell anyone. This is for the people that are going to stay in the end, okay? So this is the key part I learned from someone who made a lot of money. I'm talking like the largest ghostwriting agency on X. They have a software now, super big company. And this is the thing, right? Do what is best for the business and not for you. A lot of times we get emotional. We look at our private lives. We look at things that are happening inside of our lives. And we don't really look for what's actually the business wants. So you and everything you want to do in life is making each decision for your business and not just for you. And now I'm going to talk about a little bonus lesson. Coming a little bit closer, okay? That track everything to make the decision. Because what this does is that if an employee is not working out, you can call them out. You can be like, hey, guy, listen, man, like you are sucking at this. And if you're sucking at this, and he can ask you why, because the data says it. And nobody can argue with data, with numbers. So you have to look into it. This was the entirety of the video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Comment down below if you want like more sort of this like lessons that I've learned from working with people, because I know most people do not have these expertise. They do not have the ability to work for all these people and be in a time where it was actually easier to be in contact with these people. I know some billionaires as well, and I've learned a lot of things from them as well. So if you want more, comment down below. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.